It's a peculiar thing.
I don't know what you mean by downloaded them. Do you mean when you click on channel emotes, it's got loads and loads and loads of them? That's FFZ, so it's Franca's face, I think. And then my channel emotes are all ones that over the years we've made, like the community's made. That's all it is, really. I don't know what that means. And customized logo. What does that mean? How do you mean? In this game? I didn't know that was possible. What would I customize? The mouse cursor or something? No, I don't understand the question. Like, why you don't have a customized logo? What does that mean? Logo where? Just ate dinner. Apologies. Ah, shit. Something bad's happened. Oh, okay. Alright, bye. It's just some guy dropping by trying to sell shit, you know what I mean? Like, whatever. Look at this. It's just a con, probably. Like, who cares? Look at this, we're getting all kinds of new banners and shit because we're serious now. That's pretty cool. It's just there's always someone coming in and trying to do some shit, you know? It happens. Why you don't have a customized logo? What does that mean? And immediately by asking a question that is sort of like, what? Then you get the conversation going. So if you just say something vague and you get the person's attention, but the moment they ask a question, you've got their interest. They're like, how do you mean? And then you've got them. And you start explaining it, and then they're like, oh, yeah. But why you don't have an customized logo, to me, is not a question that makes any sense. What does that mean? I mean, what logo? Logo for what? For the channel? How does that work? I have customized shit. Or he literally said in the first sentence, wow, you got a lot of emotes. Whatever. This is why the internet sucks. So I follow quite a few accounts like this. Oh, that are... Hang on, it'll come into focus. So that's not a real train, that's a model train, right? And I've been looking at these and I think, oh man, that's so pretty. But I can't quite put my finger on what's wrong. Where's the graffiti? You want to be making this ultra-realistic shit? Damn, what is that? That is such a big burger, or it's a very small lad. Let's get a fucking dog bonus and sort out whatever my stupid plebs have been unable to sort out before now. Fucking Abelard. Oh, I remember, this is about his family or some shit. These floaty things, that's a human brain. Stripped of all its actual humanity and just used to power a thing that floats around and says the rogue trader's amazing.
The burden of failure is the most terrible punishment.
Always keep your eye on the prize.
I mean, it's not even possible, really, to not fuck up in this world, because...
I like your oration, bright warrior. It reminds me of the sacred hymns my sisters and I sing on the battlefield.
A good battle song gives strength to comrades and glorifies the All-Father. My songs and yours are alike in this respect, pure-hearted sister.
Walk this way. Come on, this way. Yeah, but he's like, he did a lot. Like, he did do a lot, right?
Rush not door. I always keep my options open. Excuse me, sir, but it's time to goose.
Almstrion-just resubbed for 91 months.
Thank you. Well, I mean, I haven't finished the game yet, Adranis, but I think, I don't know if you have, but the point is, he was the guy that started all this. So, most of the people I come across, I kill them. So the problem is, if you have a baddie who's constantly in the game, that you are constantly bumping into and he gets away, say, well, why aren't I dead? Like, how am I constantly fighting this guy and he's constantly getting away? Do you know what I mean? That's like, it's almost like superhero shit.
Excuse me, sir.
Thank you,
but
Frogo.
It's time to goose.
Frogo17 just resubbed for 52 months. Truly Flax, you are the War Master 40,000.
40,000.
Keep your wits about you.
Oh my god. You claim... Look at this. These are just some of the servants? And this guy says, you claim you knew nothing about the attack. Is that right? I'll put that in your file. When you end up on a penal world, the warden will read that. Like, if anything goes wrong, they'll just fucking kill your ass. Oh shit. You've conspired against one of the great families. You're a dead man, bud. I shall return to you later. That's how we roll!
Is there money to be made?
House Gaprak, guilty. You have lost my trust since the incident on Kiava Gamma. I went away for a while. I was basically in Eldar prison. And I've come back. I've decided no more fucking about. Alright? I killed the Eldar woman that was one of my party members. I've even got her name. I've forgotten her name. She was a filthy Xeno. She died. She set us up. She died. These guys were clearly stitching up Viserion using servitors. They're the only ones who have access to those servitors. I killed the lad who was guilty. He was approached, I believe, by the Gaprax. Dead. Kill. Dogma. This is not a corner of the galaxy where you can afford to be weak.
Lord Captain, allow me to express my gratitude once again for your assistance. If it weren't for your intervention... To tell you the truth, Lord Captain, this whole situation has got me thinking. As patriarch of the Versarian family, I have a responsibility to my bloodline. Yes, it is my duty to serve as seneschal to
What do you want?
Under Lady Theodora, I served as steward of the Trade Protectorate on more than one occasion. In that capacity, I was based on Darkonis, rather than traveling with the rogue traders on
Sounds
the
good.
flagship.
Yep, sounds
Thank
good.
you, Lord Captain. And well then, Lord Captain, it is time I return to my duties. Is there anything else I can do for you?
Yeah.
Lord Captain.
Looks like I've rope just stolen at 5:55.
Oh yeah, yeah. Let me look. Let me look.
Come down.
Yeah, yeah. I'll be back, chat. God. Bit of drama. Some lad over the road, one of my neighbours just over the road, about 3 hours ago, had his motorcycle nicked right from inside in front of his house. 4 lads turn up on 2 scooters. They unlock it. They're gone in 2 minutes, and that's it, gone. And they were checking the security cameras and everything like that. It's just yeah, just motorcycle gone. Terrible. It wasn't a kid, it was the dad that had it nicked. Anyway. I mean, the thing is, you report this to the police and they say, here's a crime number. Call your insurance company. That's it. That's all you'll hear. They won't actually have anyone come over, probably. They might have someone come over to take a statement, but that's it. We did have, a few years ago, someone's motorcycle was nicked and a couple of detectives actually came out and took the footage off our CCTV. But they found the bike, and so they just dumped it down by the river. They just rode it around for a bit and then dumped it down by the river. But these lads were organised. These were not just some scabby kids. These were like bike thieves. So they knew exactly where the bike was, knew exactly how to get it. But to come at 5:45 in the evening on a weekday when people could be, kids are playing outside, like all of it, and they just did it broad daylight. Terrible. Terrible. But we get loads of people coming up and down the road. This is him? A Malotech. This is a motorcycle I'm talking about, by the way, not a bicycle. Oh, I'm loving it, Red. I mean, the Dota stacks on the Discord, the old Discord, are dead. They've all quit. They've all quit Dota. They just want to play Peak. They get sad when they lose. This is not the Joe Cord that I know. He didn't actually do anything harmful. But he isn't meant to be on my ship. I feel like this Nomos, this AI that's on my ship in the form of my cogitator and now the servitors walking around being all Nomosy. These lads. That's Asclepius. Man, I hope Nomos is chill. Sup, Flieres? Morning? Where are you? I thought you were from Poland, Flieres. Have I yet again misremembered one of my longest term viewers / mods? Oh, I see. Jesus. We are... I'm not sure. We're kind of bad guys. Do I need to go? What's up?
Rise to the top or get left in the dust.
My success is an irrefutable certainty.
Someone's gone bonkers. What is this question mark, unidentified anomaly, and forewarning? What does all that mean? Should I just go there and then... You heard me. Small side quest or a rumor. Okay, thank you. Profit factor. Oh shit! A blood letter.
You will beg for mercy.
These are
but
corn.
I will grant none.
Your emperor won't save you.
Neither will your chaos god save you, you moron. You guys are dead meat.
I'm enraged! Faith without deeds is worthless. I'll do it. Doubt is for the weak. Guided by faith. I'll do it. Eradicate it. As the Emperor, nothing can escape the Emperor's judgment. I am his will made manifest. Strike for prayer. Eradicate it. I'll do it. Each strike is a prayer. Doubt is...
We yet iron.
cleanses the body.
Emperor, give me strength. Try to die with grace, at least. Emperor, deliver us. Isn't this a job for the serfs?
A dance of blades and shadows. Death is a blessing.
As the tactical imperative dictates. Request denied.
Unacceptable. I'd be hiding too, mate.
I'm ready for whatever comes. Who if never stood a chance? I always have a backup plan.
I can never remember. Let's see what happens. I've seen them all, so we should just be able to leave. And then it should say, you want to pick up all this crap? Yeah. Litoriba maledicta. Sadly, I think I'm out of, what do you call them? Auto thingies. Jezebel. That rings a bell. Why didn't I scan these worlds? I must have been called away. Children of the Great King of Distortion. Deafening gong strikes are heard across the hundreds of decks. Your eyes are misted with red and your gums bleed as your subjects fall to their knees all at once in a shared prayer to the God Emperor. The holy relics from the ship's temples melt from the ardor of your speech, and the entity screams and writhes inside your brain, struggling to get out. Many drop dead during the first minutes of the prayer, unable to resist the corruption. However, others immediately take their place, unfazed by the sight of their fellows turning to dust in seconds. Then a nauseating stench engulfs the ship's decks like a wave, causing people to retch forth their innards. Finally, every deck is plunged into darkness. Ghosts of the past walk among the living, stealing breath from those weak of spirit, and still the prayer is not extinguished. It is hard to tell if the prayer service has lasted several hours or several days. At some point you feel your very essence overflow with heat and power, and then the intruding will falters. The distorted disc vanishes from the void ship's augurs, as if it had never been there, and at long last everything is quiet. As everyone slowly recovers from what just happened, reports begin to come into the captain's bridge. You've lost a third of your crew in the unequal fight. And the fortunate survivors are going to take quite some time to come around. All hail the rogue trader. Oh, shit. We got people. What a dump. God, we lost a third of our crew. I don't think it's ever come up. $600 ago. There is no advantageous position when it comes to doing battle with the goon boat, or whatever our ship is called.
The litany of ordnance rings out across our decks. Keep up the pressure. Fire at will. Launch batteries. Volley.
There's no way that this is like a challenging fight, right? Like, we just rinse these lads.
Coordinates set. Fire at will. Make every shot count.
Nuts.
With the force of a supernova. Launch batteries. Volley. All hands, prepare for acceleration. Location through blessed cloud.
His tarot foretold this outcome.
Get the hell out of this dump. Turn the bodies into corpse starch. Everybody loves corpse starch, don't they? Yes, my lord. Huh? We all love a bit of corpse starch for breakfast. Get it down your neck. Criminal collusion. I'm fucking... This lad's lost his mind, I'm telling you. Do you like this game? What's the problem with this game? I don't know. I have no stake in 40k. I don't give a shit. To me, this is a fun game. I don't care if people are like, I don't know what they did with the adjudicators. I'm like, I don't care. Like, if it's some detail of 40k lore that is nerd specific, I don't give a shit. The game is fun. The issues I have with it are basically around the UI, and that's pretty much it. So yeah, I'm enjoying it. Here we go, an uncharted system. My introduction to the Warhammer 40k world was, and I can't believe I'm dragging this out again, was that book in about 1986 or so. Maybe 1987. And spending my hours poring over this cover art of A Last Stand by the Ultramarines, and the fact that it wraps around to the back, and all the fabulous artwork inside, and the fascinating details about the world, and the pictures of the incredible models that people made that I wished I could make, but I didn't have any money or any talent, but I wanted. That to me is Space Marines. A fucking Land Raider and a bunch of lads and flags and shit. Oh, sorry, Crimson Fist. But I had, those are the old metal models which is what I had when I first started out doing 40k, was all my old metal 40k models. It should be in a tin around here somewhere. Oh yeah, here we go. In this very old Danish biscuit tin, which is probably itself nearly 40 years old. Terminators. Squats, as they called them. Eldar. See, this is a metal Space Marine model. Oh, how do I get it to focus? I think it's like that. Had this. This was like some kind of dwarven cannon. Yeah, these are all my old models. So look, this guy's not a Space Marine, but he's like a guy who's got himself some power armor. So I got this set of metal miniatures. This is quite a common. He's like early Space Marines didn't have the huge armor and the 10-foot tall. They were just lads. And then I don't know why I went for green, but these were the plastic set that you could get of Space Marines. I did this guy. He has flock on his shoulder pad. So I was going to do a unit that was all like in camo, but physical camo. So they were going to have like flock on them and stuff like that. But yeah, I loved it. I thought it was absolutely fantastic. I did have a guy with a banner. Yeah, I've got. I don't know who this is. Was stuck on someone. It says Faith Brother. It's got the eagle. I've absolutely fucking. I loved it so much. I had all these Space Marines, and I wanted to. We didn't have enough money or space or terrain or whatever to do large scale battles.
Excuse me, sir,
But the original book allows for small scale.
Danirose Uno just resubbed for 3 months. Loving the close UPS.
What the hell is this? Oh, it's a kite. I need to tidy this place up. Fucking mess. Anyway, so it was like the original book. You didn't roll for like a unit. Like, all right, these 8 guys, 18 dice plus 2 because they're using the Adeptus this, and then this guy's effect, and rattle, and then all right, you roll your saves. It was like weapon skill, distance. It was more of a traditional tabletop RPG style. So it was like, 10 lads against 10 lads, and you had like points. So you could say, all right, like I think it was more for like traditional scenarios, sort of like the ones that we do when we do bolt action now, which to me would be way more interesting than the vast, magical, huge model, silly rules stuff. I would love to do an original 40k game, which was like games master, like Ben GMs it, and you've got unit of Space Marines against a unit like assorted lads, and it gradually builds into a bigger battle. That'd be fucking great. But you can't make as much money doing that, so... Oh, shit.
Excuse me,
Ocean
sir,
World?
but it's time to goose.
Not entirely. I saw some...
Red-Puncher just resubbed for 43 months.
Thank you. Enemies of Humanity. This is a space station. They are going down. We live in this church on top of our ship, I think.
Let's kill them before they can even beg for mercy.
We need to restart the void shields.
Let them taste our fury. Make every shot count. Engage the engines. Fire at will. Coordinates set. Engage the engines. The force of a supernova. All hands prepare for acceleration. Lance batteries, volley.
A breach in the enemy shield has been revealed.
Let them taste our fury.
They feared the darkness.
But it's not like I went out and bought like an army like you would now. I just, with my pocket money, I'd go to the shop and I'd be like, wow, that model looks cool. And because the game, 40k, there were books. Have I got one? There were army list books. So there was Warhammer Armies, which, sorry for anyone that's not into this crap, but you're in kind of the wrong stream. This is a Warhammer stream at the moment. It's a Warhammer Armies book. So this is not the rules for Warhammer Fantasy Battles. This is just army lists. So these are. This is the bestiary, which is just for like a Dungeons and Dragons style weirdo monsters you could put in. But then just imagine this is the era that this is from. All right, I want you to look at this man and realize that this is the era. Look at this lad. Look at this absolute fucking beast. Look at that lad. So this was like the army list for Chaos. So I can never remember this guy's name. This guy's art style was my absolute favorite thing. It was so grim. But yeah, so with Chaos, you could have 0 to 20 Chaos Warrior Horsemen. Doomed servitors of the Chaos Gods. Although once human, these fell riders have exchanged their humanity for worldly powers. Options. Any unit may have lances, horse barding, a magic standard, a magic instrument. One unit may substitute war horses for Chaos steeds. That was not... Oh, sorry, John Blanche. Yeah, the artist was John Blanche. Mighty Darkwinged Avenging Lord of Chaos, Brian Ansell, with his mighty Avenging Chaos army. So if you look at the army that he's got there, first of all, that is super cool. And I love the grottiness of it. Brilliant model making and great painting. But the figures look like people. And then there's the Skaven army, and on every page it gave you some idea for Skaven banners and the sort of art style that they had. And then yes, lad. Is it your first time at the Southbourne Tabletop Board Gaming Club? Well, welcome. My name's Pete, and this is my Skaven Horde army. Good luck. Good luck. That's all I'll say. But then there was like Old Worlder mercenary contingents, Hobgoblin mercenary contingents, Dwarves, Undead allies, Skaven allies. So you could have like an Orc army with a Dark Elf ally contingent if you wanted. Obviously some of it was contingent on, you know, what you could have and what you couldn't. Let's check out the Undead army, eh? Look at that. There's just a bunch of lads called Grim Reapers. But so it said you have to have 10 Grim Reapers. You don't have to have any skeleton crossbows or Death Riders. And then it's like you have to have a certain number of skeleton warriors and so on. Just to make sure that the armies are balanced. And that you don't just say, I'll just have 5 of the biggest lad. This picture always made me sad. These are human slaves for the Slann. Look at this sad man here. Ian Miller, thank you, Ian Miller. Slann, of course, the lizardy guys. I mean, this is some great artwork. He looks like he did the artwork for some of the Final Fantasy books, in all honesty. That looks like the Corn City Porter Trap style of artwork. But I don't think it is. It's slightly different. But yeah, absolutely brilliant. So that's just army lists. And there was one of these for 40k as well. I think it was red. I'm sure it was red. Yeah, it would require a lot of digging. I don't know where it is exactly. I need to tidy this up. I really do. I'm going to make that a weekend project. Is it up here? GURPS. Car Wars. There's a game I wish we could play. Starfleet Battles. Fuck that. The Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles role-playing game. One of the worst things in existence. Stream tidying it up? Man. It would be a very long stream. But I actually do want to do that because I need to make room for my aircon unit. Mind it up. They fucking. Sometimes, you know, the Inquisitors. I did buy more MREs. I have two. I have a French one, and very exciting. I have a. I think it's Belarusian. It's heavy. How much would I rate this game so far? I was talking about this earlier. It's a soft 8. In that at times it dips above and at times it dips below. If you ever watch me play Solasta, Clear Skies, that's like a 6. This is an 8. Baldur's Gate is an 11 out of 10. And I think it would be unfair to say, well, the new 10 is Baldur's Gate 3, because then it's like everything else gets pushed down so far that it's almost like, well, everything else is like a 4 compared to Baldur's Gate. So I've put Baldur's Gate 11 out of 10. That's its own category, best in class. And I would say I've really enjoyed it. I mean, I bought it and I've played basically nothing but this for the last week. I've got... How many hours have I got in it already? I've got 65 hours in this game already, almost. That's pretty crazy. Damn, I wish there were more worlds to check out. Have I been to these places? I guess not, eh? Let's check out some of these rumors on the way back to Footfall. Oh wow, thanks Janus. We do need weapons. Dang. It shall be done. What's Dark Heresy hype? What is that? Is there more DLC for this that I don't have? God damn it. I got Lex Imperialis. And Void Shadows. And then this, the other ones just seem to be like cosmetics. I don't really care about that. And you get a new throne. Bit lame that. Honestly, I just want to explore more space. Give me more shit to explore. Love to do a bit of inquisitoriuming. Just everything, every time someone says something. Ah, welcome. Heresy! You didn't bow. Heresy. Kill him. He didn't bow. That's heresy. You sneezed. That's heresy. Bend my mother over the golden throne! The local star, it's not there. The same villains may be at work here as the Rycad system. These should all be ice worlds now, in all honesty. get down there and fuck shit up. I think I can't remember how long it takes for planets to leave their orbits. I think it's almost immediately. Like if you remove the sun, like we're still traveling, and I'm pretty sure we'll just go off into space at whatever speed we're traveling, right? There'll be a YouTube short on it. Let's have a look.
If the sun were to suddenly disappear...
Oh god, why are YouTube shorts so loud? Either way, we'd be fucked. We wouldn't know for 8 minutes, blah 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 blah. We all know the stories. I never know whether to believe those guys, I mean... Who knows? Who really knows? Like I watched a video the other day, this guy was like, this is what would happen if a watermelon hit the earth in America at the speed of light. And it basically craters the entire nation. And it floods it, it just becomes a crater full of water.
Angel of death, you hail from a world blessed with danger, one that nurtures mighty warriors. Is this place anything like your home?
Oh, that's frozen bodies.
The frost here is like that of an ice throw's breath. This does bring back memories of Fenris, but the resemblance ends there. This world feels like cold oblivion, while Fenris bellows with the fight for survival and the promise of glory.
Operation successful.
Drakari!
Keep your wits about you. I'll make an example out of you!
Are you challenging me, Phil?
Can't fucking hit me. No bad.
Faith without deeds is worthless. I'll do it. As the Emperor commands, I act. Doubt is for the weak. As the Emperor escapes the Emperor's judgment. Power resides in the will of the righteous. Faith, each strike is a prayer.
More, eh? Come on then.
I'll do it. Doubt is you, my Emperor! As the Emperor can escape the Emperor's judgment. Faith is eradicated. As the Empress is why I was chosen.
You will pay for this in blood.
Doubt is for the weak. My faith shields me.
Request approved.
As on a caught by the web. Trust me. I shall not fail. Killing brings me no pleasure.
Alpha!
I challenge you, damn get. Out of your bones, by the wolf's eye. My hand did I in disgrace. Dishonor the wolf with such tasks.
You call this a strike?
Me, as duty demands. Neither of us has to fight alone anymore. Your skill is right. If I may.
Corpse play.
Rejoice in battle!
My commands are followed without hesitation.
I will not.
Oh, thank you, Master! It might be reached with proper climbing equipment.
Is there money to be made?
Another thing, you can't make notes on the map, which is always quite a handy thing to do. But I guess a lot of these times you don't come back to these places. Notes on life in the hive. Oh, because the planet has a 38-hour rotation. 25 of them are spent working. Brutal.
Always keep your eye on the prize.
Sure. Pascal's melee attacks apply the Machine Spirit Communion effect on all attacked enemies. I don't even know what that means.
Rise to the top, or get left in the dust.
Time to die, monkey.
Xenos scum! You don't belong in this galaxy.
Fear me, monkey.
Come, the other side awaits.
How do we kill that guy?
As honor ordained. Death is a blessing. Death comes in silence. Come, the other side awaits.
Jeez.
Nothing.
Momentum.
God, sometimes it's just hard to know.
God Emperor, move through me. Be the fire in my heart. As the Emperor commands, I act. Faith without deeds is worthless. I am his will made manifest. I'll do it. As the Emperor, you, my Emperor! Doubt is...
I'm not accustomed to being ordered around.
Oh, I'm sorry, Cassia.
Me? That is foolishness.
Momentum. Activate calculated fury algorithm. Running binaric override. The Omnissiah knows all, comprehends all. I am the sons of destruction.
A work for a flesh crafter.
My scriptural prognosis is favorable.
Another enemy down.
I cannot be leashed. Heavy is the gate.
I always
of the
keep
wolf.
my options open.
Oh no.
Let us not dawdle.
The feast has begun.
Stop. There.
I always have a backup plan.
Ruh-roh.
I better myself through my service.
Do we want to see what was down there first or not? Let's have a look in here. We can come back out, I guess. Although, I don't know, normally the thing you come across first is the thing you're meant to go in. I found that out the hard way in a lot of these games.
Keep your wits about you.
My success is an irrefutable certainty.
Oh, you bastards.
Always keep your eye on the prize. Your kind has no right to exist.
What was that whimper?
Pay attention.
Like a bomb!
I will not die in dishonor.
Injured. I'm enraged.
It's a bit annoying that they just all get to go first, but I guess they are elves. And as we all know, elves are very sneaky.
Be careful not to cross my gaze. I am a navigator, not a servitor. Do not dare ask.
I'll show you the real pain.
Isn't this a job for the serfs?
Will carve wounds out of your bones!
I will bathe this battlefield in righteous fury. As the Emperor commands, I act.
Oh shit, that was a misclick.
I won't compromise my principles. It's as good as done.
The shadows will see it done. As honor ordained.
Your last stroke of luck.
My blade whispers your name. I shall not fade. Death is a blessing.
The unwind thing is insane.
As honor ordains.
Heavy is the tread of his painful. Damage to bulk.
High momentum.
Battlefields are always drowned in scarlet. Would this help?
We function as one.
She is here. I will endure.
The enemies of the Emperor will be undone. Faith in my Emperor. In thy light I stand, and thy light I crave. This is unacceptable. As the Emperor commands, I act. Doubt is for the weak. I'll do it.
Typical.
None can do this. Die in disgrace.
Inflict the pain.
You become the All-Father's worthy instrument!
I owe you a debt. Let's make some opportunities. On it.
High momentum.
I bring mercy and retribution.
Xenoparasite. don't know if that's the right play or not. Take him on board the ship. I always want to say to them, but listen to me. I want you to fucking keep an eye on this. And not with some bozo. With someone that knows what they're doing. Like a
Rise to the
competent,
top, or get left in the
high-ranking
dust.
individual who's not gonna be all, oh, we could use this for our own ends. I'm talking like an actual good person. One of the good guys. That's all I'm asking for. Just get one of the good guys and get him to look after it. Is that really too much to ask? I don't believe that it is. And yet,
I know how to take risks. Ah, I won't forget this.
Ready for dating input.
No Medicae needed. Just give me some yod.
My frail organics required it.
Let us not dawdle.
Helmswoman of the Soul Sea, accept this amulet as a token of my respect for your craft. Every experienced ship pilot on Fenris wears one of these.
Thank you, Ulfa. I am pleased to know that I am worthy of the Space Wolf's trust, and even more pleased to see it in the motley flashes surrounding your radiant soul.
Detected something.
Is there money to be made?
Operation successful.
I will wipe your disgusting presence out of
Rack.
existence.
Cabalite Blade Master. Warrior Blade Master. There's quite a few of them there. No, the tech priests are allowed to. He's actually quite careful about, certainly from the interactions that I've had with him in our duties. He sort of, he'll say like, we should destroy it, and I'll say we really shouldn't because we need to understand it. He's like, you're right.
As honor ordains.
We'll take it back to the ship and study it. You know what I mean? Like, that is actually quite a big part of it. You don't just blow shit up.
I am your blade and shield. I shall not fail.
You call this a strike?
Death is a blessing. As honor ordains. Trust me.
He's not open-minded. He knows exactly what he's doing.
Guided by faith. That is not the Emperor's will. As the Emperor commands, I act. I'll do it.
I'll tear your heart out for this.
If only that were possible.
Your last stroke of luck.
Cold hand is thunder. My strike is ruin.
This is my favorite ability.
I will carve ruins out of your bones.
Just the way he just boots them.
Request approved. Let the cycle be discontinued.
I'll see you
Request a mandatory ocular augmentation.
That's his way of saying, get your eyes checked, which I quite like.
Come, the other side awaits. The shadow.
So wait, Valkorian, was that your post?
Keep your wits about you.
This Explorator is blessed with multifunctionality.
I always keep my options open.
I mean, it's understandable that people want to take a interest, right? And they're like something that they enjoy. They're worried. They're like, oh my god, is the Yogs okay? You know. But obviously, having someone post something like that, where they're like, I have done all this research, and then come to the wrong conclusion, it's a little frustrating, because
I always
first
have
of
a
all,
backup plan.
we're all still here. What is this location marked by scout? Oh, that's just where we wanted to go, I guess. Wait, what's this? So, you know, it's kind of sweet, I guess, in a way, that they're worried, but at the same time, they're like, I went to the company's house, blah, blah, blah. It's like, just... If your question... Like, first of all, these questions are asked on Reddit quite regularly, so the answers are already out there. Second of all, the fact that we have offices and a bunch of people working and they put out content every day, and we do live streams and we do members, and you have all these channels like Mystery Quest and Games Night that are doing great. No, we are not as big as we were when the Yogs were getting, every video was like huge, when they were the first UK channel to get 1 billion views, or like that was the peak of the Yogscast in terms of the things that to me are not the be all and end all, which is numbers. Like people who are like, oh, but how many numbers is it getting? Let's be clear about something. If you're judging the value or the interest or the quality of content based on numbers, everybody in the world should be a massive Mr. Beast fan. You should all think Mr. Beast is the best thing since sliced bread. Biggest YouTuber in the world. Like, if you're just focused on numbers, I mean, I don't think that the Yogs content that people have it wasn't for me back then. When I look at it, it was for kids. Unintentionally, a lot of kids liked it because it was like they swore, and it clearly wasn't made for kids. But a lot of young kids were very into Minecraft at the time, and the Yogs were like these slightly older guys who were fucking hilarious, and they loved it. And I completely get that. But content creation has changed, and the Yogs has changed for me for the better. Mr. Beast has this face in every video. He has one face. That is not a real smile. He is a weird guy. And he's also hugely successful. And in my opinion, having read all reports of what it's like people working on his Squid Game ripoff, like terrible, greedy. The Yogs is not that. Lewis has never struck me as someone who's like, I want to be a greedy bastard. And that's what people like Mr. Beast and stuff like that are. They're just greedy.
He ordained.
You compare that with the Jingle Jam, which is a ridiculous amount of time that Lewis puts in. Not just Lewis, but a lot of people put in. Where they're like, alright, we need to
excuse me, sir, but it's time to
make as much money as we can.
El Dalterino just resubbed for 53 months.
Oh, we're gonna keep some back.
Vulnerable people. Moral,
or, you
yes.
know, there's no shadiness going on. The charities that I've met whenever I go down for Jingle Jam, understandably, fucking love the Yogs. Because they're not just saying, hey, let's pick the biggest charities and pick all the biggest streamers and make it a big thing about us. It's always been about making money for all the charities. It's the biggest thing that the Yogs do every year. I think Lewis has said it's like, for him, it's the reason for the Yogs to continue existing, right? So the Yogs is not a for-profit organization, if you want to think of it that way. It's not a charity, but the idea is not, certainly in my opinion, the idea is not, how can we rinse as much money out of the creators that work for us as possible? The idea is, how can we keep the ship going and and empower all these creators to have fun, make great content, collaborate, and be successful. And I think, to me, I fucking love it. And I think now it's in one of the most interesting places that it's been in the whole time I've been doing stuff with the Yogs. And a lot of really talented people. So yeah, it's weird that this guy's panicking. But again, I think it's I understand why, because it's very easy for people to think that it must be about the numbers and the numbers alone, because that's what all these other channels are so focused on, right?
Faith without deeds is worthless.
Either way, that's just my opinion.
Doubt is why I was chosen.
See how the wolf succeeds. Feel the icy bite of death.
read tomes of military tactics. Me? If you insist, Lord Captain. Neither of us has to fight alone anymore. I'll paint your death in
None can do better than a war. Disgrace! I have become the other. I will carve runes out of your bow like that. Die in disgrace!
Isn't this a job for the serfs?
I'll do it.
A dance of blades and shadows.
We just have fun. Like, when I think about the stuff that we used to make, and you look at, I mean, look at the Games Night videos. Look at the Mystery Quest stuff that Tom and Ben are doing. They both started with the Yogs, and now they're making some of the best content. Look at the content we're making, like Task Box, like the cosplay challenge that we did. Like, some of this really big, really genuinely remarkable content that is a ton of fun and has some really talented people, really talented, funny people working behind the scenes and stuff. I think it's fucking hilarious. I mean, you know, I think Lewis should get some kind of fucking mention. I don't know how. I genuinely don't know if what he's done is, like, if he's in the bottom 1% of charity organizers in terms of money raised, but I'd be astonished if he. I think he deserves something, but people don't care about gamers, so whatever.
Is there money to be made?
We know what it is. That's enough. I don't think he'd want one anyway. He might just to be like, "You must call me Sir." So that'd be fucking hilarious. I don't know who gets them. I guess loads of people get them every year that people are like, never heard of them. Oh my god. Holy shit. I really want to upgrade these talons. A relic concealing the soul of the Eldari Ranger earlier. Oh, from the gaze of she who thirsts. So yeah, in summary, I'm not worried. You shouldn't be either. Oh man, the teddy bear thing was... See, that's the kind of shit that, like, they never made back in the day. It was all super awkward, I felt like. If you watch those old stuff, first of all, they only did it if it was like a brand deal. And second of all, it was super awkward. If you watch the Legend of the Planewalker thing that we did, me, Lewis, and who else was in there? Tom, Ben... Humes? It was silly, right? But that was funny content. But the only reason it got made is because it was a brand deal. Whereas now, because of the members stuff, like this guy again, all he's seeing is the raw numbers, and he's like, "How come they're not getting 50 million views?" It's because they're not competing with the likes of Mr. Beast. They're not making content that's like, we spent $10 million on a
Always
car
keep your eye
just
on
to
the
drive it into a
prize.
river, or whatever. Like clickbaity shit. And like I said, it's always been about collaborating with other content creators and making content and videos and stuff that are fun and are just a chance for people to goof around and be funny. I will say this, one thing that's really stuck with me, that the reason that Lewis did all this stuff in the first place and started making videos, he said to me that when he used to play WoW with like Sips and Simon and all those guys, and they'd play Minecraft and they'd just play games like everyone else. They finish work, they come home and they play games. He was like, this is so fucking funny. Like, he would be crying with laughter. And he was like, this is just gold that's just slipping through everyone's fingers. And not even in a monetary way. But like, how can I make sure that other people see this gold? It would be like if you had someone that was doing these really funny sketches and really funny jokes, but they never told anyone other than their close mates. And everybody knows someone like that who's really fucking funny. And you think, I know what it means to me when I watch someone who really makes me laugh, or someone really, really, really makes me laugh. It's wonderful. You never forget it. And think of the funniest things that's happening in your friends groups. And now imagine if you're playing video games and you think, wouldn't it be easy to just fucking record this and put it on the internet? So they did it. And it was like, that gold isn't just slipping through your fingers. Not gold in terms of money, but gold in terms of like something that is precious. And that was what Lewis said to him, was what motivated him to do this in the first place. And if I think about all the funny things I've been there for because of the Yogs, I think, man, if I'd never met these guys and they'd never done online stuff, all of that would have just been lost. That's not to say that the Yogs are the arbiters of what is funny, but I do think that a lot, honestly, when I watch back some of the content and stuff, I think, how come the wank stuff is doing better? Yeah, the Rust RP. Yeah, it's just funny stuff, you know. And I mean, the Rust RP stuff, no one was doing that. Cinny and the lads did something genuinely amazing with Rust. The guys that made Rust were blown away. All the big Rust like YouTubers and everything, no one was doing Rust RP. And when I did like the Flaxy Cab stuff, that was a spin-off from the Rust RP stuff. That was the biggest stream I've ever done, the most popular stream I've ever done. And all of a sudden, people saw it, and then there was all these Rust RP servers everywhere. But the problem is, all the guys that tried to do it, like Trainwrecks and XQC, are not collaborative streamers and YouTubers. That's not how they work. They are solely about themselves. Like, a lot of these big streamers are massively, massively self-centered, to the point where there is no collaboration. It's impossible, because to them, they are the star. So why are other people doing things? Why aren't I being afforded the luxury of being in charge? Why isn't everyone looking at me? And when something else happens and people watch it, they don't think, oh shit, that's funny, I wish I was a part of that. They think, that should be me. And then they go off and do their own thing. Like, they're incapable. They are sociopathic weirdos. So yeah, I don't have much time for them. This feels like a proper dungeon. Something is blocking it from the other side. That's such a staple of games, isn't it? Something's blocking it. It's just sad.
I always have a backup
I mean,
plan.
I've met a lot of big streamers. They're not good people. They're not people that you should be looking up to. We'll put it that way. Like this guy, Chris Lovis. Not a good guy. Horrible, horrible guy.
Rise to the top, or get left in the dust.
The Vizier. Would he be proud? Am I?
See? Right there.
What? See? Right there. Nope. I ain't seeing shit.
I do what I must.
Let us not dawdle.
What the fuck is going on here? Something's up, man. Something is funky. That's like a... I don't know what's going on. It said the door is blocked from the other side, but... you know what? I honestly think this is it. Oh well. So yeah, I mean, it was just like I see these posts quite often on the subreddit. And that's why I posted, I responded, I was like, can you lads just fucking calm down? Like, it's like this panic about it. Oh my god, they're not, their videos don't get 10 million views anymore. It's like, guys, we're all older. What is going on? My only concern is I fucking wish I'd been there at the start. You know what I mean? God, it would have been so much fun and a lot of money as well. God damn it! Like I was in Ye Old Goon Squad, but not at the same time as Lewis and Simon. And it's just like shit, man. It could have been like Lewis and Simon Empyrean, the original 3, if somehow that had worked out. And I would be rich too. That's the dream. I could stop having to talk to anybody. Just go live in a hole.
Predators poised for a charge. Fear not, Void Sailor, and the All-Father be praised.
Coordinates set. Fire at will.
I'm only joking. Just to be clear. I have been doing stuff with the Yogs for a very long time now. And to me it's been... I feel like I've had 2 careers. One of them is Dota, and the other is Lewis and the Lads. And I've enjoyed them both a ridiculous amount. I've been incredibly lucky. Oh, we didn't kick the monkey, we shot her. Thank you. The Triforce is... I love it. It's so much fun to do. We did an episode yesterday. And I was laughing so hard, like 3 times. I'm never gonna get bored of it because we keep doing new shit and like it's just fun because I've known these guys for so long and I don't get the chance to hang out with them, so it's like a catch-up call every week with your mates. You know, I mean, who wouldn't enjoy that? You get to hang out with your mates for a bit. Once a week and just chat. I did get a little angry in the recent episode, but not with the lads. Just with the fucking people that email in. Like, if you look at the YouTube comments, I'd say half the comments are corrections. Actually, shut the fuck up. Further to what Period was saying, as usual, the most ill-informed member of the podcast. I was like, dude, please just shut up. Especially when the correction is absolute bollocks. That's my favourite. Or it's some point that's so minor.
No mercy for the enemies of humanity.
Because you do get some people offering, like, you know, interesting corrections where they're like, I noticed in last week's episode you talked about so-and-so. That's actually what I do for a living. Just some more detail. Blah, blah, blah. And we get some terrific emails like that. Also get some emails where people are just complaining. YouTube comments are the worst. Like, YouTube comments are the worst for the Triforce. Some guy said we were censoring the comments. Like, that was his comment, was they're censoring this chat. Guys, we don't give a fuck about YouTube comments. I read them and I just think, why are these people listening to this podcast? I mean, are they never asking themselves that question? They seem to be having a terrible time. So strange. I mean, honestly, every single person I've met in the wild that's a Triforce fan has been so lovely and so nice and has been so enthusiastic. And I'm just like, wow, I made something. Like, if I go into London and I'm out for the day, there's a decent, like a very decent chance someone will come up and say, I have a tiny penis. Or I'm in a pub. If I'm in Bristol, 100%, every night that we're out, multiple people will come up and say, love the Yogs, love the Triforce, thank you so much. Or they'll say, Tom, fucking love Mystery Quest. Or Ben, oh my god, love the Games Live videos, that kind of stuff. Like, they absolutely, it's crazy. But I was on the Underground one time, and there was this guy there, he was coming up on the, which line is it? Which is the tube line you can get? Is it Piccadilly? Piccadilly line from Heathrow, right? He was there with his luggage. He just arrived with his family. And he looked at me, did this double take. He was like, are you PFlax? I was like, yeah. He goes, just arrived from America. I thought there was some tiny chance I might bump into you in London. I'm a massive Dota fan. Why are you on this train? I was like, it's just a chance. It was like, it almost felt like that I was there to welcome him to London. Welcome, welcome. That's funny. Dang. They want no part. We can't help out with the siege. They don't want us. Awesome. Weapons is what we need. Wow. That's a big fat profit factor, baby. We got to work on this complacency. Also money. Prepare a penal battalion. Not explored? Why is there a not explored? You met with a friend you've known for 30 years and that I haven't seen in a very long time a couple of weeks ago. And I'm sure I barely talked about the York scars with him, if ever. We were chatting shit while all of a sudden he said diggy diggy hole. he probably got it from those guys, what are they called? It's like Lewis said on Triforce, he doesn't feel like he owns Diggy Diggy Hole anymore. Like that band, what are they called? Wind Scarb or whatever, they're the ones who've basically taken over and it's basically theirs, is what he said. Me and Sips were appalled. Like when those absolute arseholes nicked it.
Excuse me, sir, but it's time to goose.
Salted-toast just resubbed for 50 months.
Thank you. Windrose, yeah, those guys. I don't know them. I know that they did a cover. And that's far more popular than the original Diggy Hole. You know, I think one of my favourite moments that I've ever been there was for the Yogs convention. That was great fun. That was great. Unfortunately, I think it was very expensive. Very hard to do. Good shit, guys. That was some. We got a bunch of stuff from that asteroid. It was good. It was really good. It was very hard work for a lot of people. Not me. It was easy. As usual. They never make me do anything. I never have. They never like, Pyrian, we're gonna need you to plan all this and set all this up and everything, because I think they realize that I'm hugely incompetent. It's much better to not involve me in the planning of anything at all, but to just push me on and derive some entertainment from a bumbling, senile old baboon. I'm happy. The only time I actually have to do real work is Dota events. shit.
Keep your wits about you.
A depressing spectacle.
Oh shit. Salted toast. Like you make toast and just put salt on it? Done that before, not half bad. It's not exactly great, is it? Good lord. They've got a lot of people.
Always keep your eye on the price.
Get ready. Be ready for trouble. Jesus Christ. What is the meaning of this? Is this fire cleansing enough for you, you crazy hag? The Emperor protects me. Guilty. Burn him. Damn. What is the meaning of this? She's scooping brain matter from the open skull of the man next to her. Oh god, she's gone bandy. Very well. I will stand before your court. No more judgments. This bitch is crazy. She's you, but more dedicated? How dare you?
I always have a backup plan.
I am registering a significant quantity of non-essential self-harm inflicted by this unit. Requesting clarification.
You reshape your body so that it may reflect the depth of your devotion. So too do I reshape mine. The scars on my skin become prayers.
He's holding a weapon I've never seen before.
Turns into zeal.
Very
Rise to
odd.
the top or get left in the dust.
Gorde Skatov. That name rings a bell. Man, this shit is out of control.
Never doubt me.
I always keep my options open.
Well, I'm gonna have to figure out this shit show tomorrow. Until then, cheers for watching. Take it easy. Peace out.